Young people these days are often told they can't afford houses because they eat too much avocado on toast, or subscribe to too many streaming services, or even that they need to stop buying things on Amazon Prime. Actually, that is true for some of you. I'm watching you. This is an intervention. But I've been looking at some numbers and I've come to a quite different conclusion. The biggest problem that is in fact facing young people today is old people. Yes, that's right, it's you, the boomers. But how can you say this, I hear you cry? These are our grandparents, our parents, our loved ones. F*** 'em. But why now? What's changed? Nothing. That's the problem. Statistically, the largest amount of wealth held by any generation in this country is the over 65s. That's because if you were lucky enough to be born after the 50s, you experienced the largest explosion in wealth in human history. And all you had to do to be stinking rich today was buy some stuff and hold onto it. And hold onto it they have. For example, if you bought a house in the 1990s, there's a pretty good chance that you have 4x'd your money in 3 decades. Whereas the average wage has gone up by next to nothing. And if you had a job with a defined benefit scheme, a defined benefit scheme is basically retiring at a certain age and being given a portion of your final salary every year for the rest of your life. That means if you retired at the age of 60 in 2005 and on a final salary of, I don't know, let's say £40,000, you then will have received that wage every year for the last 20 years. Oh, and here's another thing. They're linked to inflation, so there's a very good chance that your pension has gone up at a faster rate than wage growth. For the record, most people in the civil service receive this form of pension, which is probably one of the many reasons that local councils are slowly going bankrupt. Which brings me on to the triple lock. For those that don't know, the triple lock is the mechanism that allows the government to raise the pension rate at either 2.5%, average wage growth, or inflation. That means people's pensions are going up faster than actual wages. And here's a terrifying graph. And here is how much we spend on the NHS. And who is the NHS mainly used by? Now, all of this would be fine if it wasn't for my own true hyperfixation. Housing. You know, that thing avocado consumption is ruining. Buying a house in the UK is now basically impossible. And not like it's just hard work. The math ain't mathing. So average house prices are a little over 300k. The average salary is around £35,000. Now you can borrow 5 times your salary. 6 if you're lucky. Plus a minimum of 10% deposit. Right, now show of hands, who's got that 30k burning a hole in their pocket? Go on, don't be shy, let's find you. So without a biblically sized deposit or a salary of over £70,000 a year, this is impossible. You have no chance, mate. And what's making this worse is that old people don't move out of their houses. They just stay there until they trip over one of their gold bricks, break their hip, and end up in a nursing home, and then the state sells their house to pay for it. Their obsession in staying houses that are far too big for them are one of the real contributing factors to why family homes are so expensive, and in such short supply. This also isn't helped by stamp duty for people that then have to buy those homes. For example, using the government calculator, a £600,000 house, which is extortionate already by the way, you would then have to pay £20,000 of stamp duty before you've even kicked off when buying it. And the boomer pays nothing. No capital gains, just the moving out costs of all those gold bricks. Oh, and then pockets the money. And this is what they should be doing. They should be selling their house, downsizing, and using the profits to pay for their retirement. But for some reason, state pension still isn't means tested. And this is considering it's well known that 1 in 4 pensioners are basically an asset millionaire. And for people that say, oh well, means testing costs money, it would cost the government a lot to do that, how do you know that 1 in 4 are millionaires then? My point is this. They lived through the greatest opportunity ever to create wealth. A fair few have gilded pensions, and a fair few just purchased assets and have managed to retire a decade earlier than what millennials will. Gen Z? Well, they'll never retire. They're going straight back to feudalism. Remember the old adage, strong men create easy times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. We're in the hard times. that they created. Anyway, next time a grandparent or a family member asks you why you're not married with kids and owning your own home, remember it's in your best interest to push them down the stairs. Or, don't, if you're a good person. Subscribe for more, and I will see you next time.